In the quiet darkness of space, something has arrived that has shaken the confidence of astronomers around the world. At first it seemed ordinary, just another faint speck among countless others, the kind of discovery that barely makes a footnote in the nightly observations of telescopes. But within days, that faint speck revealed itself as something far more troubling. It wasn't a comet in the way we understand comets. It wasn't an asteroid either. It was something new, something no one had words for, and it was given the name 3I, Atlas. From the moment its strange path was first charted, scientists began to realize they were looking at the third confirmed visitor from beyond our solar system. The object was spotted on the 1st of July, 2025, by astronomers in Chile. The team at first assumed it was a frozen traveler wandering near the Sun, like so many before it. But the data came back unusual. Atlas was moving at more than 130,000 miles per hour, far too fast to belong to the calm, ancient orbits of our solar system. It wasn't from here. It was a traveler from another star, cutting across our neighborhood as if passing through. Normally, such a discovery would spark excitement and curiosity. Yet with Atlas, the deeper researchers looked, the more they began to feel a quiet unease. Then came the chemical composition. Most comets are dominated by water ice, with only a few % of carbon dioxide. Atlas, however, was built in reverse, 8 parts carbon dioxide for every 1 part water. Nothing like it had ever been recorded in our system. It wasn't simply odd, it was alien in every measurable way. And as the James Webb Space Telescope locked onto the object, the story only grew stranger. The path Atlas traced through space seemed far too deliberate to ignore. Instead of drifting aimlessly, it passed near Venus, then Mars, then Jupiter, almost as if following an intentional course. Statisticians calculated the odds of such a sequence happening by chance to be less than 1 in 20,000. Even more striking, Atlas was moving in a retrograde orbit, against the natural direction of the planets. To imagine it, picture a car deliberately driving against traffic down a highway, not randomly but for a clear reason. And when it swung past the Sun, it did so from the far side, shielded from Earth's view at the very moment astronomers most wanted to watch. It was as though the universe itself was teasing us, offering only fragments of answers. When all the anomalies were placed side by side, the refined nickel, the bizarre chemistry, the improbable flybys, the retrograde motion, and the perfectly inconvenient timing, the idea that this was an ordinary comet grew harder to defend. Some began to suggest the unthinkable. Could Atlas be more than rock and ice? Could it be a probe, a surveyor built by intelligence? The comparison was inevitable. In 2017, another interstellar visitor, Oumuamua, had passed through our system, accelerating in ways no natural body could explain. At the time, theories of alien technology were dismissed by many as too speculative. But now, with Atlas echoing those mysteries and adding new ones of its own, a pattern seemed to be emerging. One anomaly can be dismissed. Two begin to look like evidence. Theories began multiplying. Some argued Atlas might be the broken remnant of an ancient spacecraft, its nickel shedding explained by industrial processes long forgotten. Others speculated it could be a self-replicating probe, designed to harvest resources and copy itself, a seed of technology set adrift in the galaxy. A few went even further, suggesting it might not be a probe at all but something biological in nature, designed to carry the building blocks of life to other worlds. Of course, skeptics tried to anchor the debate. They proposed exotic astrophysical events, like neutron star collisions or violent supernovae, as sources of such strange materials. Yet even they struggled with the odds. What were the chances that debris from such a cataclysm would not only reach our solar system, but carve such a peculiar path past our planets? The improbability itself seemed to demand explanation. And so the questions only grew heavier. Was Atlas just an extraordinary coincidence, or was it something deliberately placed here? Was the shedding of nickel a kind of signal, an artificial beacon meant to be recognized by intelligent observers? Was its peculiar path through our solar system an act of data gathering, or perhaps a demonstration, a way of announcing its presence to any civilization advanced enough to notice? The implications are staggering. If Atlas is artificial, then it means somewhere, out there, exists a builder. Perhaps a civilization far older than our own, scattering probes across the galaxy like seeds in the wind, watching silently as they pass by worlds like ours. It forces us to ask unsettling questions. What if Atlas isn't here to study us, but to test us? What if it's meant to measure how humanity reacts when confronted with the unknown? We may never know the answers. Like Oumuamua before it, Atlas will eventually slip away into the black, disappearing beyond our reach. But it leaves us with something lasting. The realization that the universe is not just